Hello and welcome to the biology topic, breathing and respiration, lesson 1, gas exchange. Okay, you've got a little video clip there and it's showing you the lungs and it's showing you breathing. So it's also giving you a little bit of an idea of how the volume of the chest cavity increases and where the ribs are positioned in relation to the diaphragm, the lungs. On the right hand side, you can see the bronchus leading into the bronchioles and then the alveoli. Okay, now you need to understand what gas exchange is and which structures are involved in gas exchange. So we'll run through the different structures. So you've got the trachea. The trachea is here. Okay, some people refer to that as your windpipe. We'd like you to call it the trachea. You've also got the bronchus. Bronchi come off, there's two of them, they come off the trachea here and lead into the lungs. Then you've got the bronchioles. As the name implies, they are linked to the bronchus and they will come off. Okay, they branch off. You've then got the alveoli. These are more commonly known as the air sacs, and these are at the end of the bronchioles. And this is where the gas that you have breathed in diffuses into the blood. You've got the ribs. These are here. Okay, these surround and protect our lungs. You've got the intercostal muscles, which are found in between the ribs. You can't actually see these on this diagram here. And then you've also got the diaphragm. This is a lovely dome-like sheet that helps the chest cavity increase in volume. And then, most importantly, attached to all of that, you've got the lungs. Okay, and the lungs are what house the bronchus, bronchioles and the alveoli, and are where the gas exchange takes place. So that's the structures involved. Obviously the gas is breathed in through our mouth and then it will travel down our trachea into our lungs via the bronchus and bronchioles. When it reaches the alveoli, the gas needs to move into the blood, okay? And there will also be gas coming from the blood to move into the alveoli to be breathed out. This is the exchange of gases. So if you have a little look here, this is a diagram I've drawn you to show. So we're focusing here on the alveolus, okay? There are lots of these and the plural is alveoli, okay? Now, the air will come in and out, okay? It's the oxygen that we want to go into the blood. Blood is flowing in this direction, okay? These red blood cells, when the oxygen is in high concentration in the alveolus, it will diffuse across the wall of the capillary into the red blood cell. Red blood cell travels along here and then it will diffuse where it's in high concentration here compared to a body cell, and it will diffuse into the body cell where it's required. Now, the opposite direction, what's happening in the opposite way, is carbon dioxide has been made as a result of respiration. This is in the body cells. So carbon dioxide is in the body cells. It will diffuse across the one cell thick capillary wall into the blood. Okay, it will be found in the plasma of the blood. The carbon dioxide is in high concentration in the body cells. It will diffuse across the one cell thick capillary so that it's then in the capillary and in the plasma of the blood. That will then get transported to an alveolus. Okay, so there could be another one up here, and it diffuses from the plasma into the alveolus where it's in lower concentration and is then breathed out. Now, your lungs have to be adapted for this gas exchange. Okay, so many alveoli are there to increase the surface area for gas exchange. That means that there's loads of space for this gas exchange to happen, loads of area. The lungs are moist, okay? These moist lungs enable the gas exchange to take place easily, and it means the alveoli don't become damaged. So the lungs also have a good blood supply, lots and lots of capillaries. They're one cell thick, so it's easy for the diffusion to happen across and the gas exchange to take place. So those are the adaptations, okay? That shows you how they're adapted to enable the gas exchange. And we talked just now about how gas exchange actually happens and what it is. So you've got You need to know the structures involved, so all the parts of that breathing system. Then you need to know how they work. And then you've got to talk about actual gas exchange. We just talked about the process, and then the adaptations. So what's special about the lungs? And that's what we've just said about surface area, moisture, and a good blood supply. Right, you need to go and have a look at the worksheet that accompanies this lesson. Have a go and re-watch the video if necessary. And we will see you again soon for lesson 2.